Hey, this is Tom from Wild Willie's Performance and Truck. What I got here is Melanie, who's been bringing her little Jeep to us since she started school. It's a 95 Jeep Cherokee. It's pretty well handled. It's got around 240,000 miles. And like I said in the last video, we're all about fixing what's wrong. If you want to go to a dealership and have them in a new payment and so forth, you do it. Otherwise, check back here often, and we'll show you how to fix what you got. So what we've got is a 95 Jeep Cherokee, lots of miles, really no upgrades, a little bit bigger tires, but it's got the bulletproof 4-liter, and the customer called me and says, hey, this thing's making some noise. Quick assessment, it wasn't heating up, it was full of oil, and she had oil pressure, charging fine, and she tried to let me hear the noise over the phone. I couldn't hear nothing, so I said, bring it in. It's Saturday, this is my last car for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and have Josh fire it up for me. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear that noise, but it sounds like metal to metal. So I'm going to go ahead and lift the hood. Okay, so visual inspection is always the first step you take, and what you've seen under the hood is I was pointing at an idler bearing. The visual inspection is probably the most important. In about 2 minutes, what I found is the idler bearing for the Serpentine belt is completely detached. Oh, and that's hot. In any event, the shaft is completely detached from the actual pulley itself. Generally, there's bearings in there, and they're a sealed bearing. There's no grease. What's happened is this has gone out of line with the other pulleys. So this one's actually going to cause the Serpentine belt to fail. As she goes up in RPMs, that's going to drive her Serpentine belt off. She'll lose her fan. The car will heat up. It won't pump water, and could actually grenade the motor. So luckily, we're going to go ahead and remove the Serpentine belt, replace that idler pulley, and she should be back taking herself to school, and we'll have her on the road here this afternoon. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, so as we're going through this, I just wanted to show you some of the signs if it hadn't been so obvious. We've got actual metal shavings from this thing going away. And what you see all over the alternator bracket is actually pieces of rubber. This thing was eating the Serpentine belt as that bearing went out. So looking at the belt, it still looks good. I'm going to advise the customer that she needs to replace it, because what you're seeing is some scarring, and those grooves will actually cut through the ribbing of the belt. And if she'll let us put a new belt on there, we're going to go ahead and do that. Otherwise, that belt might get her a little bit more time, but we're going to advise that she replaces it. Okay, so we got the old idler off and the new Daco bearing here, and if you'll notice, the old bearing is just ate up. There's no bearings, there's no race, anything. So it's real important. A new race should come with the old bearing. That goes behind the new pulley, and then of course your mounting bolt.